It may be Thursday, but that doesn't matter here in Texas. If there's high school football, the fans will show up. Tonight, more than 12,000 are expected to watch Alabama commit Alec, Morris, and Allen take on quarterback Corey Wesley and Plano East. It's high school football next on ESPN2. You are watching the Geico ESPN High School Showcase presented by Nike. And tonight we are here in Murphy, Texas at Tom Kimbrough Stadium getting set for this matchup between Allen and Plano East. And hello to everybody. Justin Kutcher alongside the Director of National Recruiting for ESPN, Tom Luganville. And Tom, there's a saying here in Texas that everything is bigger in Texas. And you know what? It's right, because you think about the size of the stadium, expecting 12,000 fans here. You're expecting a big band, 700 members in the Allen Band. And on top of that, these two schools, one school's 5,100, one school's 6,100 students.
Yeah, that's enrollment 9 through 12. You mentioned those two enrollments for Plano East and Allen. Well, the top 3 high school enrollments in the entire state of Texas play in this conference. It's the most competitive conference in the state of Texas. Great football, great numbers, lots of kids going out, multiple freshman teams, multiple JV teams. Football is king. In fact, Tom Westberg, the head coach at Allen, said this is like the SEC of high school football.
Speaking of SEC, we have a player in this game who will be going to the SEC next year. He's going to Alabama. He is our Gatorade primed to perform player.
Well, Alec Morris is a guy that offensive coordinator Jim McElwain at Alabama studied an awful lot this past spring. He's a pocket passer with terrific measurables. He can make all the throws to all 3 levels of the field, short, intermediate, deep. And he's got a tremendous ability to get rid of the football quickly. I think that's the number one thing that attracted Alabama to Alec Morris is his quick delivery and his overall size. Not going to make a lot of plays with his legs, a pocket guy, but he can make all the throws.
There is Alec Morris. You talk about him, 6'3", 240 pounds, a big kid as the quarterback. The head coach for Allen, there is Coach Tom Westerberg in his 8th year as the head coach. 81-14. Last year they were 10-2, lost in the second round of the state playoffs. This team from Allen has returned 14 starters, 7 on offense, 7 on defense, and they come in unbeaten in this 2011 campaign.
You can see right there tremendous facilities as we talked about. You look at the press box, you look at the stadium, the devotion and the resources that are put towards high school athletics in the state of Texas. One of the reasons why you have such an advanced athlete, you have such successful programs statewide. And in Allen, we're seeing the 2008 5A state champion. And in Plano East, we've seen a team that's won multiple regional titles as well as districtal titles.
This stadium is beautiful. The stadium that they're building for Allen is unreal. Going to seat 18,000. The stadium is costing just under $60 million. That's right, I said $60 million.
Well, what's interesting about it is we see so many of these district stadiums that house multiple teams. Allen has actually chose to go with their own facility within their own campus. And as you mentioned, just under $60 million. It will be a facility that many FCS-level college programs will covet.
I think pretty much every FCS college program will covet the stadium. We'll show you pictures throughout this broadcast. It truly is a spectacular stadium that'll open up next year, 2012, for this team. There is the head coach for Plano East, Johnny Ringo, the son of a head coach. His dad, Alvin, was his high school coach. Johnny Ringo played wide receiver at Texas, so he knows a thing or two about football.
He does, and he knows that his team has a daunting task in front of them as they match up versus Allen, who's had a wonderful season so far behind the arm of Alec Morris and running back Jonathan Williams, who's verbally committed to Missouri. This should be a good matchup. You've got some close losses with Plano East this year, 2 overtime losses with this football team, so maybe far more competitive and talented than their 2-3 record would indicate at this time.
Here in high school, we do have some differences in the rules compared to college. The length of each quarter is 12 minutes. You kick off from the 40, not the 30, and the goalpost uprights are 23 feet 4 inches wide, and that can prove to be a big difference. And, of course, kickers can use a tee on field goals and point-after attempts.
Well, absolutely, and what you'll find is high school programs that have quality kicking prospects can really take advantage of field position and putting points on the board with these high school rules that actually aid the kicking game at the high school level.
Kicking off for Plano East will be Casey Collins. A short kick taken at the 8 by Oliver Pierce. Pierce has a seam. Oliver Pierce at the 40. Oliver Pierce, the spin move, gets taken down at the 49-yard line. A return of 41 yards for Oliver Pierce. And here comes Alec Morris, the verbal commit to Alabama.
Well, Alec Morris will come out. They're going to be in a spread set. You'll probably see some dinking and dunking, but I think you'll see them sprinkle in some intermediate and deep level throws to showcase his arm, his ability to threaten all areas of the field. You see the physical measurables there already. A quintessential pocket passer that is at his best and at his finest when protected and get the ball out.
Jonathan Williams, the verbal commit to Missouri in the backfield on first down. They hand off to Williams up the middle. And Williams gets forward to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 6 sets up second down and 4. Zach Phillips, number 23, with the tackle.
Jonathan Williams, you mentioned it, number 5 right there. A big physical bruising downhill runner. A bigger fit at running back than what Missouri and Gary Pinkel has had before.
On second and 4, handoff again is to Williams. Williams barrels forward, picks up the first down. Kylon Higgins, number 1, with a tackle. How about the impact players in this game?
Well, obviously for Allen, you've got yourself a wide receiver in Andrew Rodriguez. He's already got 34 catches on the year, 9 touchdowns. He's been the go-to guy for Alec Morris. Can create some one-on-one matchups on the outside, and you'll see him lined up on the outside most of the night.
On first and 10, why not hand off back to Williams? And Williams gets forward to the 36-yard line, a pickup of 4 on first down.
This is a very experienced Allen football team with enrollment being as big as we stated. You got a lot of kids going out for football, a lot of athletes. So while you may not always have a lot of seniors departing, you've got a lot of guys that have played before in the sophomore and junior class.
Williams had over 230 yards on the ground last week. The first pass attempt from Morris has a man wide open. That's Oliver Pierce. And Pierce gets another first down, an 18-yard pickup for the actual backup quarterback. These two actually battled it out last year.
And Oliver Pierce does a nice job just settling into the open soft spot of the zone defense underneath, taking what the defense gives him. Alec Morris throws a dart, nice and easy, in rhythm, good underneath early throw to start off the series. Red
zone opportunity here for Allen. The handoff is again to Williams, trying to get to the outside. Williams has a hold. A stiff arm gets forced out of bounds after a first down by Kylon Higgins, number 1. A 12-yard run by Williams.
This is the outside stretch zone to the left of your screen right there. And you're going to see Williams slip right inside. Very decisive. He's got deceptive quickness and explosiveness given his size, but he does run upright at times as well.
It's a keeper by Morris. And Morris fumbles the football. And let's see who they say recovers. It's going to be recovered by Plano East, number 25, Dakota Smith. Brandon Lee, number 41, forced the fumble.
You see right here, this time Alec Morris chooses to keep the football, and that ball is popped out. Number 25, Dakota Smith, actually forced and recovered this fumble with Brandon Lee on the initial tackle in pursuit, and a huge defensive play as Allen was marching in for their first score.
A good opening drive, a fumble, and the recovery now on the 8-yard line. So here's Corey Wesley, the quarterback for this Plano East team. His brother, a quarterback actually at Bucknell. On first down, the handoff to Dante Taylor. Cuts it back up the middle. And Taylor, a good run on first down, picks up 4 yards. Brandon Bowling, number 18, with a tackle.
what you're going to see from Plano East. They're not a very big football team, but they're quick and they're agile. And this is a very sound team in terms of not making mistakes, not doing things that can kill themselves. But they've got some youth and they've had some growing pains in the early going of the season.
Wesley in the shotgun, 2nd down and 6. And now changing it up is Wesley after the hard count. Play clock down to 6. Hand off again, it's to Taylor. Cuts it back again. Taylor has the 1st down as he gets just past the 18-yard line.
That's a very nice job up front in the zone blocking scheme. See the center there, Austin McLeod. Pete Edgett, number 75, the left guard. You see number 28 there, Dante Taylor trips over his own man, but a great job of exposing and exploiting the cutback lane. That's a nice 2 downs so far in this drive for Plano East.
1st and 10. Empty backfield as Taylor splits out wide. The pass is complete. Another 1st down, a 12-yard completion to Trey Jones. Trey Jones, Mr. Getter Done. That's the nickname for Trey Jones.
And offensively, that's just an extension of the run play. The wide receiver quick screen or the bubble screen to the perimeter. Nice, quick, easy throw. Let your skill guys do what they do best in space.
Another 1st down. Corey Wesley again changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Play clock down to 5. Play action. Deep over the middle, and that is broken up by number 24, L.B. Bates. Number 83, Colin Shaw, was the intended receiver.
I'm a little surprised at that call. With their success in the first 3 downs, the 2 run plays, the quick screen out wide, to take a throw in a one-on-one matchup right there, where Colin Shaw probably doesn't have the advantage. Why not just continue to run the football? They've done a great job at the point of attack within the line of scrimmage. Get back to the zone running game.
2nd down and 10 now. 3 backs in there, Taylor, Nathan Metters, and Ryan Johnson. And the handoff is to Metters. And Metters gets back to the line of scrimmage. Tackled by number 42, Chris Hudson, number 45, Stone Drulman. So what do you think? Allen with that A and the colors, kind of like Arizona?
Colors, yes. The A looks like Appalachian State.
Oh,
how about that?
If you had the other school's colors, you'd be all set.
That's right. I know my football A's.
3rd and 10. Taylor in the backfield with Corey Wesley. Play action. Wesley with some time, taking a chance deep. Colin Shaw wide open. Shaw at the 15, the 10, and he gets wrestled out of bounds down by the 2-yard line. 66-yard completion to Colin Shaw. They're going to mark him down at the 4.
Number 24, L.B. Bates, to the left side of your screen, is going to get caught peeking inside and not paying attention to the streaking Shaw, number 83, down the sideline. This is just a busted coverage. And not staying deep is the deepest in your deep 3rd zone, which is where number 24, L.B. Bates, should have been.
1st and goal from the 4. Trey Jones in motion. The quarterback, Wesley, keeps it, tries to get to the outside, into the end zone for a touchdown. Corey Wesley with a 4-yard touchdown run gives Plano East the early lead. Corey Wesley, 5'10", 160 pounds, doing it with his legs and his arm on the drive. Casey Collins now on for the extra point. And the extra point is good. This drive began with a fumble, a forced fumble recovery. Then they marched down the field for 7.
They certainly did. The fumble right here by quarterback Alec Morris. Plano East falls on it and methodically goes right down the field. Corey Wesley, number 3, doing it in the air, on the ground. Up 7-0 is Plano East.
The Geico ESPN High School Football Showcase is presented by Nike Football, who reminds you to take every advantage. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Those are your typical high school facilities, right?
Yeah, we see those everywhere.
Yeah. You had those in your high school. I had them in mine.
Didn't have them in college.
7-0 Plano East leads here. 7:38 to go in the first quarter. Justin Kutcher alongside Tom Luganville here on ESPN2. Plano East turning a fumble into 7 points. Casey Collins, a low kickoff that goes out of bounds, will draw the flag.
Free kick out of bounds. Plano East. They elect to take the ball 30 yards from the kick at the 30-yard line. First down.
1st and 10 here for Allen. With the ball at the 30-yard line.
Well, and you see Allen's national rank. They're number 3 in the country in the ESPN Fab 50. And look at their decisive wins against some quality ball clubs.
On 1st down, the handoff to Jonathan Williams up the middle. And Williams will pick up a yard, tackled by number 6, Toby Obumseli.
So Allen sits at 5-0. And Plano East, who opens with such an impressive offensive drive right there, they're sitting right now at 2-3. But 2 losses in overtime, tight losses.
2nd and 9, play action. Morris deep down the middle of the field, wide open. There is Andrew Rodriguez. Rodriguez, oh, what a move, and he can just walk in for the touchdown. "69 yards to Andrew Rodriguez. Tom Westerberg, his coach, said he is one of the best wide receivers to ever come through here. That move he put on, that was impressive. The extra point by Carlos Zeric is good.
Justin, I told you Alec Morris could threaten all 3 levels of the field. He goes down the middle of the field on the post route, and whoop, right there. Rodriguez, 19, does the rest. Allen answers big time in their 2nd series of the game. A huge play through the air. It's tied up 7-7.
Here in Texas, just outside of Dallas, these 2 schools separated by just over 7 miles. But for Allen to get here, the Eagles, well, they have 700 members in the marching band, which means they take 24 buses. For Plano East, the Panthers, well, their famous alum, 7-time Tour de France winner, Lance Armstrong, graduated from here back in 1989. There's part of that band, 700 members. Do colleges have that big of a band?
Some do.
It's unbelievable. Orochi, a short kickoff, taken at the 23-yard line. Kylon Higgins returns it 4 yards. Speaking of Lance Armstrong, look at him. A little more hair back then. Short shorts. I wonder if they thought back then that this guy would be the athlete he is today.
We call those dolphin shorts back then.
Is that what you called them?
I think so.
I'll take your word for it.
That's before your time.
Yeah. The Panthers, the school founded back in 1981. Look at that, almost 6,200 students. 6,200 in a high school. Nathan Metters in the backfield, number 9. On 1st down, the handoff is to Metters. Gets hit in the backfield right away by Chris Hudson, number 42. A loss of 2 on the play.
Chris Hudson does a great job right here. He's going to come right through the A-gap right there, essentially untouched. Boom, nice job avoiding number 75 in the offensive front, Peter Edgick. He just flat out misses his assignment. Hudson getting it done for a loss.
Dante Taylor back in. He splits out far. Empty backfield. The pass complete to Trey Jones, who has the opening. Jones gets the outside and forced out of bounds. He crossed the 40 up to the 42. A pickup of 18 and the first down. Chad Allen, number 47, with the tackle.
It's a fantastic job of perimeter blocking on behalf of Plano East. Wide receiver, C16 Taylor McFadden there. Number 83 Colin Shaw. And all they got to do is stock block. You see that right there on the inside. Trey Jones, 13, does the rest. Immediately gets upfield, no dancing.
Hand off to Nathan Metters. And Metters will get forward for a couple of yards. Number 33, Austin Prisabilla with the tackle. You can see that cast. It's in pink for Nathan Metters. He actually broke his left hand in the third game of the season, had surgery, returned last week for the first time, but here he is. They trust him to handle that ball despite the cast being on his hand. 2nd and 8. Play action. Wesley, pressure, trying to escape, not going to happen. DeAndre Hill sacks him. A loss of 10 on the play.
And initially, this was a terrific play fake. Great ball handling here by Corey Wesley, the quarterback. He comes out, and there's nowhere to go with the football. DeAndre Hill, 97, closing in, and that's where Wesley, the quarterback, number 3's just got to throw the ball into the stands and play the next down.
DeAndre Hill, you see him. He's not very tall, just 5'8", but 220 pounds. Very, very fast. 3rd and 18 now. Wesley throws the outside. Dante Taylor down the sideline. Quickly tackled by Thaddeus Legrone, the verbal commitment to Baylor. A pickup of 11, but 4th down coming up.
This is a great job on behalf of Corey Wesley of taking what the defense gives him. Don't throw the ball into a crowd and risk a turnover. Throw the wide route out to the sideline and put yourself in a better field position to punt the ball. Punting is your friend. And now you put your defense on the field and you're going to play on a long field behind you. Very smart play by Corey Wesley, the senior quarterback.
Jackson Gary on to punt. Oliver Pierce is back deep. Line drive punt taken by Pierce, the 15. Pierce, good effort, at least turning a 41-yard punt with a 4-yard return. 7-7 here in the first quarter. Allen in Plano East. ESPN News coverage of high school football continues in the Peach State tomorrow night as Valdosta faces Lowndes. The Geico ESPN High School Football Showcase presented by Nike on ESPNU tomorrow at 8 Eastern.
You see Josh Harvey Clemens there for the Vikings. Lowndes County High School, great high school program there in Georgia. And Harvey Clemens is one of the most versatile, athletic players. Also doubles as a wide receiver on offense. A great opportunity to glimpse a terrific athlete.
Empty backfield here for Allen on 1st down. The quick pass swung out to Williams. And there is a late flag coming in. Williams will pick up 3 yards. Well, let's see what this flag is for. Nick Self, number 52, with the tackle.
Roughing the passer for Plano East on quarterback Alec Morris.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. On the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic. 1st down.
See right here on the quick bubble screen. Get number 6 there, Toby Obenselli, who's a quality player for Plano East, just taking too many steps late to the quarterback.
And there was Obenselli making the tackle against Jonathan Williams. A pickup of 1 will set up 2nd down and 9. That's one thing you don't want to do, give this Allen offense any more yards, free yards.
Too many explosive plays. They can get on the board quickly, and you just made the field shorter behind your defense.
2nd and 9, Morris in the shotgun. Alec Morris, a crossing route, and it's complete to number 84, Zeric Lamb. A 13-yard completion, another first down here for Allen.
Well thrown ball over the middle of the field, right within the strike zone. Quick, skinny post. Zeric Lamb, number 84, the 6', 160-pound junior.
Handoff is to Jonathan Williams. Up the middle, Williams picks up a yard. There for the tackle, number 97, Nick Presley. Well, let's check in with the studio. Adnan Vert back in giving.
All right, thanks very much, Justin. Here's making news in Sports Center right now. Robin Ventura played 16 years in the big leagues, played with the White Sox from 89 to 98. He's the new manager in Chicago, taking over for Ozzie again. And the Big 12 inviting TCU to join the conference. In all likelihood, they will accept. Let's go back to Justin and Tom.
Thanks so much. We've got another fumble here. Jonathan Williams fumbles, the ball recovered by Toby Obumseli and Plano East.
The inside zone again to Jonathan Williams, number 5, doing a great job navigating, but not tucking the football away. When you grasp that football, number 6, Toby Obumseli, takes advantage of a loosely carried ball by Williams, and Obumseli makes up for the poor decision on the late hit 2 plays prior to that on quarterback Alec Morris, and now Plano East sitting with great field position with their 2nd turnover of the night.
2nd forced fumble and recovery by Plano East. First down, Wesley, pass complete to Trey Jones. And Jones gets across the 45 up to the 46 for a pickup of 5. Austin Prisabilla, number 33 on the tackle. This Plano East team took advantage of the first turnover, marching down the field 92 yards for a touchdown. Nathan Metters, number 9 in the backfield. Pass towards the near sideline, complete to Taylor McFadden. A first down, 7-yard completion to the senior wide receiver.
Corey Wesley really plays with confidence. He's in command of the game. He understands the offense. You don't see any panic in him. He had a lot of people in his face right there. He's only 5'10", 160 pounds, but he certainly plays a lot bigger than that and exudes a ton of confidence.
1st and 10 across midfield. Play action. Wesley gets out of the pocket, on the run, throws, and the pass, a flag comes in, is caught by Nathan Metters. Nick Cobb with the tackle, but we're going to have another personal foul, roughing the passer, this time going against Allen.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. On the defense. 15 yards. Added to the end of the run. First down.
Well, Tom, think about the roughing the passer against Plano East and where that put Allen. Now look at where the roughing the passer puts Plano East after it's called against Allen, all the way down at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, knocking on the red zone's door, and Tom Westerberg not happy with that call. He felt like there was holding up front on behalf of Plano East prior to the roughing the passer call, but back to Corey Wesley doing a great job of evading the rush, getting out on the perimeter, not forcing the football, taking what the defense gives him. The last second draws the penalty, and now, as you mentioned, great field position for Plano East.
125 yards already for Corey Wesley. And now a timeout is called here by Plano East with the play clock down to 1. First timeout of the game taken here by the Plano East Panthers. 1:23 to go here in the first quarter. Plano East, on their first drive of the game, took advantage of a fumble all the way down at the 8-yard line. And then they marched down the field. This is the fumble against the quarterback, Alec Morris. The deep ball hauled in by Colin Shaw. And then it was the quarterback, Corey Wesley, doing the rest, running it from 4 yards out.
You know, it's clear that Allen has a little bit of a weight, power, and strength advantage, but it's clear that Plano East runs every bit as well, if not better. So it's a chess match of cat-like quickness, especially with this Plano East offense, versus the size and strength of this Allen defense. And right now, Plano East doing a great job of keeping this defense on their toes.
Dante Taylor in the backfield. Handoff is to Taylor. Taylor up the middle, across the 25, up to the 24-yard line. Picks up 2 yards.
Well, if Taylor could have really seen and opened up his vision to the backside there, he could have really exploited a cutback lane and didn't quite see it with his vision off of the inside zone blocking scheme for Plano East.
2nd down and 8. Wesley lofts one towards the end zone. There's pass interference in the end zone. Trey Jones, the intended receiver. Camden Cooper on the coverage.
Number 94, Brandon Franklin, from his defensive end spot, was barreling down the throat of quarterback Corey Wesley. As we wait for the call here.
Pass interference on the defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic. 1st down.
And with 94, Brandon Franklin breathing down his neck, he throws an absolute strike on the corner route to Trey Jones, number 13, as Camden Cooper just starts nudging and shoving a little bit there late. And 2 now huge penalties within the last 4 plays have aided this Plano East drive, and now inside the 10-yard line.
2 15-yard penalties, so 30 yards of penalties on this drive. 1st and goal from the 9. Jones in motion. Handoff to Metters. Metters, the spin move, reaches for the goal line, going to come up just short. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1, an 8-yard run by Nathan Metters. Alex Miller, number 3, prevents the touchdown.
This is out of the pistol, the I formation behind the shotgun quarterback, and Metters is so quick and explosive. He hits the hole before Allen is really in position to do anything about it. You see him a first-team all-district player in 2010. Not very big, but as I mentioned, a lot of quickness with this Plano East offense.
2nd and goal now from the 1. Handoff to Metters again. And Metters not going to get there. That'll be the last play of the 1st quarter. 3rd and goal be coming up to start the 2nd quarter. But now let's take an inside look at Nike's The Opening, a unique football training camp experience that allowed 150 of the top high school players from across the country the chance to train and compete with the best.
150 of the top players in the country.
You guys were selected to be here.
The best of the best.
Try to get to the next level.
Testing, training, and compete.
You're gonna train hard.
This is an epic event. It's the opening.
Having this opportunity is amazing. It was good for me to get a good test. It'll help me this fall for high school football.
The most important thing I've learned so far, compete every chance you get and work hard every day. Don't take any days off.
I've learned a lot, but now it's time to fine-tune the little things to get ready for college. And that's what I was hoping to try and accomplish when I came.
Come on, baby, get that! Touchdown! Oh!
There's so much competition out there. You have to bring your A game on every play.
This is the top 150 in the nation. It doesn't get any better.
These guys makes you feel like you're not that good.
Competition's great. There's athletes flying around everywhere.
It's the closest thing you get to college speed and college practice. There's some freaks here, some freak athletes here.
It hit me that, like, man,
I'm this age and I'm accomplishing some things that kids only wish and dream they could accomplish.
It's now you have a chance to measure yourself. You go and you compete. Now you walk away saying, okay, you know what? I'm either doing pretty well, or I've got some things to work on that I've got to refine, improve my technique. It's a little bit of testing, training, and compete. So it's a great experience that really helps these kids get better.
The most important thing I'm taking from him is I'm really not as good as I want to think I am. The next guy is probably just as good, just as big. The thing that's going to separate you is hard work and technique.
What's great about all this for these kids is they're going to see where they're at, and they're going to be able to understand how they can improve it and get better, and then it's going to be up to them to put in the work in the off season to improve it. You can provide the vehicle, they got to drive it.
Seven ball game as we start the second quarter of play here in Texas. Allen against Plano East, and Plano East on the doorstep of putting up a couple of more points here as 3rd and goal is coming up from the 1, trying to take advantage of yet another turnover by the Allen Eagles.
Yeah, 2 forced fumbles on behalf of Plano East defensively, providing opportunities for the offense, capitalizing the first time with a 94-yard drive. Now we'll see what they can do here after being aided by 30 yards of penalties in the last 6 plays.
We talked about some impact players coming into this game, and so far some of the impact players are making a difference.
Certainly are. We saw the big touchdown from Andrew Rodriguez as Alec Morris answered for the Allen offense, and Corey Wesley, his coach, Johnny Ringo, spoke so highly of him during the week in terms of his knowledge of the game, his ability to run and throw. 7 of 8 on the night.
3rd and goal from the 1. Taylor in the backfield. Handed off to Taylor. Taylor getting to the outside. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run by Dante Taylor to open up this second quarter. 12,000 expected here tonight to watch this game between two teams separated by 7.4 miles. And I think the fans coming over from Allen are a bit surprised about what they're seeing. On for the extra point is Casey Collins from Plano East. And the extra point is good. For the second time tonight, they take advantage of a fumble to score 7.
Well, second of 2 first quarter fumbles on behalf of Allen, forced by the Plano East defense. And then the Panthers of Plano East capitalizing both times, this time with Dante Taylor on a fine run. Good patience to get the ball in the end zone.
A very good start to this game for Plano East, coming in with a record of 2-3. Again, their coach said we could very well be 4-1, lost 2 games in overtime. Yet here they are, leading the number 3 ranked team in the country, the Allen Eagles. 7 plays, 59 yards. 30 of those yards, though, coming courtesy of penalties. 1 a roughing the passer and 1 a pass interference. Casey Collins will kick off. Oliver Pierce and Jonathan Williams back deep. Jonathan Williams, the running back, the verbal commitment to Missouri, who fumbled that led to that scoring drive by Plano East. Collins angles the kick. Williams lets it go out of bounds. Another flag on the play.
Free kick out of bounds on the kicking team. Re-kick with a 5-yard penalty.
So Allen will elect to have Plano East re-kick it, and now they'll have to re-kick from the 35 as opposed to the 40.
It's the second time we've seen that tonight, Justin, from Plano East, having a hard time keeping the ball in bounds, whether that's by design to keep the ball away from Jonathan Williams, the Missouri verbal commitment, or just poor execution.
You saw in that one, it was clearly angled. One time the choice was to take it at the 30, and now this time the choice is to have them re-kick it. Casey Collins, the kicker, member of the soccer team, his favorite athlete, Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the best soccer players in the world. Jonathan Williams, Oliver Pierce, back again to return, numbers 5 and 26. And the fair catch is taken at the 46-yard line. Let's check in with Adnan Verk for a SportsCenter in-game update.
All right, Justin, Western Kentucky looking for its first win of the year, taking on Middle Tennessee, who made a bowl game last year, 7-all right now in the second quarter of play. You can see that game on ESPNU. Anish Shroff already in mid-season form. Let's go back to Justin and Tom.
All right, thanks, Adnan. Looking at the ESPN High School Fab 50, you see Allen right there at number 3. We had St. Thomas Aquinas on our air earlier this year, but right now Allen trailing 14-7. Great field position, though, here in the second quarter. Alec Morris dropping back, setting up the screenplay. And the pass is complete to Jeff Harris, but Toby Obumseli is right there again, a loss of 3 on the play.
That's 2 huge plays in the row defensively for Plano East. And number 6, Toby Obumseli, who forced the fumble on the previous series, and now making a great open field tackle on Jeff Harris off of the screen, which was set up very nicely by quarterback Alec Morris.
2nd and 13. Morris passing towards the sideline, incomplete, was intended for Zeric Lamb. Lamb went inside. The pass came outside.
You know, watching Alec Morris there, he looks to the sideline, raises his hand saying, I don't know what he's doing. Number 84, Zeric Lamb, looks to the sideline, does the same thing. One guy thought he was running an inside curl. Quarterback thought he should have been running the speed cut out to the sideline.
First incomplete pass of the night for Morris, sets up 3rd and 13. Morris hit as he releases the ball. It is incomplete. Andrew Rodriguez, the intended receiver. The pressure applied by number 43, Doug Hawkins, who says his favorite thing to do in sports, hit the quarterback. He does it there.
Doug Hawkins, 43, comes in on an inside line stunt, lining up from his end spot, twist inside, switch places with the tackle. Does a great job getting Skinny through the gap and altering the trajectory of the throw. And that defensive series, headlined by Obumseli's tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Great play there on first down.
Shane Tripucka on to punt. Corey Bassett retreating back towards the 15. This one takes a bounce for Allen. It'll be marked out at the 16-yard line. A great defensive stand by Plano East. It's their ball when we come back. 14-7, Plano East leading the number 3 ranked team in the country, the Allen Eagles, and they've done it with defense and taking advantage of turnovers.
Yeah, number 41, Brandon Lee, number 25, Dakota Smith, doing a good job combining to force that fumble. Corey Wesley answers a 94-yard drive in the first quarter. Then Toby Obumseli, number 6, forcing and recovering the fumble, leading to the second touchdown now by number 28, Dante Taylor, and Plano East back on offense again.
Dante Taylor in the backfield, Corey Wesley in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 16. A reverse, and it's to Corey Bassett. Bassett, with all that, picks up 3 yards. Jack Hawkins, number 49, with the tackle. Second down and 8. Dante Taylor splits out, empty backfield. West of the quick pass, complete to Trey Jones, gets a block. Jones gets thrown to the ground. 2 flags come flying in. It's an 11-yard completion to Trey Jones, but let's wait and see what these flags are for. It's going to be holding against Plano East.
And they're going to get number 11, Caleb Jones, one of the split-out receivers who was initially doing a great job stock blocking on the perimeter. And then late, as the defender pulls away, you can see the arm. And
on the offense. Half the distance to the goal. Second down.
you can see the arm and the outstretched jersey, and they're going to catch you every time the moment your hands start getting on the outside. Initially a great effort, what looked to be a terrific play on the perimeter. Nullified. You see number 11 right there, and that jersey starts stretching. Number 7, Kamani Smith, the defender, trying to escape the clutches of Caleb Jones.
Ball is back in the 9, 2nd and 12 now. Quick pass, and it's incomplete. The pass intended for Taylor McFadden. So 3rd and 12 coming up. Sean McFarland there on the coverage. And this is a big opportunity right now for the Allen defense to answer right back.
Really the only 3rd and long situation we've seen this Plano East offense in here in the first half so far. Let's see what they can dial up.
Play clock down to 5. And now a timeout is called. 10:05 to go, 14-7. Plano East leading Allen. 3rd and 12 coming up for the Plano East Panthers. College football continues on ESPN tomorrow night as Kellen Moore and the 5th-ranked Broncos are on the road to face Fresno State. College football primetime presented by Russell Athletic on ESPN and ESPN3 tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Kellen Moore putting together another sensational season for the Boise State Broncos.
Had an uncharacteristically down week last weekend, but arguably the most important player to his team out of any player in all of college football is Kellen Moore.
3rd and 12. Corey Wesley drops back, passing over the middle, complete to Caleb Jones for the first down. Up to the 30-yard line, a 21-yard completion on 3rd and 12. I'd say good use of the timeout.
What a huge throw, and once again, Corey Wesley just getting it done. Patience in the pocket, no panic. He's got the one-on-one route here. Kamani Smith, number 7, off of the skinny post, and Caleb Jones, number 11, redeeming himself off of the early holding penalty.
Trey Jones, number 13, in motion. First down. The handoff is to Nathan Metters, and Metters gets dropped for a loss of 5 by number 45, Stone Drulman. Stone Drulman, a good nose tackle, and even better wrestler.
Stone Drulman does a great job staying with low pad level, good explosiveness off the ball, working the inside A gap, the gap between the center and the guard, keying his eyes in the backfield, knowing where the ball's at all times.
2nd and 15, Nathan Metters in the backfield. Wesley dumps it out to Metters. Catches it with that one hand and a cast on the other. And Metters able to get back up to the 30-yard line, the original line of scrimmage, picks up 5.
Once again, just taking what the defense gives him. See number 9 there, Nathan Metters, so quick and explosive. Thaddeus Legrone, number 6, verbally committed to Baylor, Justin, as you mentioned, coming up in run support, making the open field tackle.
Now 3rd and 10 here for Plano East. They converted on 3rd and 12. Earlier in this game, a huge completion of 66 yards on 3rd and 10. Play action. Wesley now has to run for it. And Wesley gets hammered as he goes to the ground. Picks up 9 yards, very close to that first down marker. Kamani Smith and 48, Sean McFarland with the tackle. Listen to how hard of a hit Corey Wesley took as he was going for the first down.
Takes one right to the kitchen. Good thing he's got that oversized mouthpiece.
Now 4th and 1.
Under 10 seconds on the play clock here.
And they're going to use the timeout as the play clock goes down to 1. The final timeout of the half taken here by Plano East. 4th and 1 coming up here for the Plano East Panthers. And Tom, it's time now for one of our favorite portions of the program. It's time now for the Twitter trivia question. And tonight's Twitter trivia question is, since 2006, who is the highest ranked Texas prospect to go to an out-of-state school? You can send your answer to @TomLuganbill, @Justin Kutcher, and the first correct answer, your Twitter handle will be mentioned on the air. And, you know, of course, the reason why this comes up is, 1, we're in Texas, and 2, Mario Edwards is the #1 ranked player in the class of 2012, and he's going to Florida State.
That's right, going to Florida State. Has yet to sign yet, though, so you can't say him.
That's
can't
true.
say him. Alec Morris, verbally committed to the University of Alabama. So who's the high? I think there's a couple of good choices I can think of off the top of my head.
Well, I'd hope so. You're the DNR. 4th and 1. Play action. Wesley taking a chance deep. Up in the air, and it's hauled in by Trey Jones. Woo! 29-yard completion to Trey Jones.
And Trey Jones had 3 or 4 steps. Great play action pass right here. And this ball hung up in the air a little too long, and the focus for number 13, Trey Jones, in traffic after getting behind coverage. Number 47, Chad Allen. Number 21, Cameron Hartsfield. Not staying deep as the deepest. And what a play call on 4th and 1 inside your own territory.
1st and 10 all the way down to 32 now of Allen. Another play action. Pass towards the sideline, and it's going to be caught by number 83, Colin Shaw. Able to tiptoe down that sideline and brings it in at the 10.
It's the same action in the backfield, just different routes on the perimeter. And what a well-thrown ball to number 83. Colin Shaw works back to the sideline, does a great job of tippy-toeing, both feet in bounds against number 7, Kamani Smith. And big 83, 6'2", 180-pound junior. Colin Shaw having a big night so far in the passing game.
1st and goal from the 10. In the backfield, Dante Taylor takes a direct snap. And Taylor picks up 3 yards. 2nd and goal now from the 7. Austin Prisabilla, number 33, with a tackle.
You know, you have the 2 turnovers on behalf of Allen in the first quarter, but it's been the big plays for Plano East. Allen has not been able to limit big plays, nor have they been able to control 3rd down. Plano East has had their way, doing a great job mixing run and pass, a lot of misdirection in the backfield.
Under 6.5 to go here in the first half. Corey Wesley in the shotgun. Nathan Metters in the backfield. Wesley looking for Metters, and that's short, incomplete.
One of the few inaccurate throws we've seen tonight from Corey Wesley, who just underthrows Nathan Metters out of the backfield. Short-armed it just a little bit, almost as if he was trying to aim the football. A little bit more air, and that's another touchdown.
3rd and goal coming up from the 7-yard line for the Plano East Panthers, leading 14-7 over Allen. Dante Taylor in the backfield. Trey Jones split out near side, now in motion. It's kept by Wesley, and that gap closed quickly as he got up to the 5. Cameron Hartsfield comes up in the strong safety position, number 21, to stop that.
See the action off of the jet sweep, and then the lead for Wesley to keep the football, but the lack of power and strength for Wesley at only 160 pounds. He gets tackled. It's like hitting a stone wall.
On for the 22-yard field goal attempt is Casey Collins. And Casey Collins is perfect. A 10-point lead now for Plano East. The big play came on 3rd and 12, and now it's 17-7 Plano East. The hardest rivalry to announce in in all of sports, the Red River rivalry.
If you don't want to sound like Elmer Fudd.
Landry Jones. There's some high stakes in this game this year for both teams.
There is, and obviously Landry Jones, Oklahoma coming in so highly ranked, haven't done anything negative to drop 3 spots in the AP poll, yet still have found a way to do so. And Texas, I think, has exceeded expectations, surprisingly to this point, with outstanding quarterback play, a little unconventional with the true freshman David Ash and the redshirt freshman Case McCoy, but it's kind of fun to hear McCoy and Shipley again, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. And the kick, it looks like it's recovered by Allen. The onside kick attempt.
Johnny Ringo at Plano East High School, the head coach, he is not afraid to take chances. This is the second onside kick attempt we've seen from the Panthers tonight. They just don't kick the football far enough. Carl McClellan recovers the football for Allen, and if he kicks the ball far enough, they've got a chance to recover this at the 50-yard line, instead giving Allen offensively tremendous field position.
Second straight drive that Allen has great field position. Will start at the 48-yard line. That ball not go far enough, has to go 10 yards in the onside kick. Morris has time to throw. Down the field, overthrows his target, Andrew Rodriguez. You can see the arm strength though on Alec Morris.
Yeah, terrific arm strength. He has a tendency at times to lock onto his target. You could tell early on he wanted that throw. He was looking at it from the get-go. You see his eyes, his head, it's over there the entire time. And this is just barely overthrown.
It's such a free and easy motion.
Yes, flick of the wrist.
2nd and 10. Morris, that pass was deflected at the line. It was tipped by Nick Self, number 52. 4 straight incompletions now for Alec Morris after starting 5 for 5.
There's such frustrating moments that you hope don't end in a turnover, because while it may be an interception, when it happens, it's not a reflection of a bad read or a bad throw. It's an accident.
Now 3rd and 10. Can Plano East force another 3 and out with great starting field position for Allen? Morris overthrows Rodriguez again. Wow.
Allen looking to stay on the field for 4th and 10 right here. Now Coach Tom Westerberg's opting to change his mind at the last second. Kick this thing away, playing a long field defensively. Try and pin this ball inside the 20-yard line.
Shane Tripucka on to punt. Corey Bassett back deep. Fair catch called for by Bassett, and he makes it at the 15-yard line. 33-yard punt by Shane Tripucka, but the second straight 3 and out forced by this Plano East defense, doing it when that star quarterback Alec Morris wants to throw.
Well, and Corey Wesley for the other side at Plano East has made some big throws of his own throughout the first half so far, getting ready to take on the offensive side in another series. You see the big completion right there to Colin Shaw, number 83. Number 13, Trey Jones, that being on a 4th and 1 completion. And 3rd and 10 right here, once again to Colin Shaw, number 83, along the sideline. Big plays. Allen has not been able to limit him on defense.
On 1st and 10, the handoff to Nathan Metters up the middle. Metters puts on some moves, crosses the 30 up to the 33-yard line. An 18-yard run by Nathan Metters. All 5'6", 160 pounds of him.
You see the motion, the action in the backfield, the misdirection, and tremendous execution up front in the offensive line. Austin McLeod, the center. Play side guard, Wes Agee, number 58, doing a great job. And they've got Allen on defense guessing right now.
Dante Taylor in the backfield. Moving on the line. And now once again, Wesley looks to the sideline and will change up the play with 6 seconds on the play clock. The handoff is to Taylor. Flag comes in. A loss of 1 on the run by Taylor. Number 18, Brandon Bowling there for the stop.
And they're going to get Plano East holding here in the interior front. Back up the Panthers.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
First and 20. Looks like every player on that offense for Plano East looking down at their wrist guard, figuring out what play are we running. Wesley, pressure, out of the pocket, gets taken down from behind by DeAndre Hill. The second sack of the night for Hill, a loss of 10 again on the sack.
DeAndre Hill, number 97, coming off the edge from his end position, and Corey Wesley, the quarterback, doesn't feel the pressure until the last second. Fortunate to secure that football so that Hill cannot force a fumble. See the top of your screen right up here. He's going to come off the edge, and he's going to chase down Corey Wesley. Wesley doesn't feel him to the last second right here, and fortunate, as I mentioned, to tuck that ball away. Would hate to have had a turnover there backed up in your own 15-yard line.
Now 2nd and 30. Plano East going in the wrong direction. Little shuffle pass to Dante Taylor. Taylor gets taken to the ground to pick up a 5. Chaz Gabbiana, number 35, with a tackle.
We're going to see if the third down magic can continue for Plano East here on offense. A tall order at 3rd and 25. And Allen, a very important defensive stand after going for their second straight 3 and out on offense.
3 minutes to go here in the first half. Plano East has converted a 3rd and 10 and a 3rd and 12. 3rd and 25. That's more than both those two combined. Wesley forced out of the pocket. He's going to run with it. Wesley cutting it back, looking for some blockers. And Wesley gets so close to that first down marker. Going to come up about 3 yards shy. Chad Allen finally able to force him out of bounds. A 23-yard run.
It's a great job once again by the quarterback, Wesley, evading the rush up the middle, taking what the defense gives him, cutting it back against the grain, and now it's about speed and quickness. He almost has the corner, but still close enough. With a 4th and 2, Johnny Ringo thinks about it and opts to punt. You see just about 2.5 minutes to go. Don't allow an opportunity for Allen to get an easy one here before half. Punt the ball away.
Jackson Gary on to punt. Returning is Oliver Pierce, number 26. The play clock is down to 1. They just get it off. A line drive punt. And that will be down at the 26-yard line. A 34-yard punt by Jackson Gary. Let's go back to Adnan Verk and find out what's coming up at the half.
All right, thanks a lot, Justin. The college football carousel continues. Will TCU be staying at home? Plus Oklahoma and Texas, 2 unbeaten teams. We'll have a preview of that matchup. And also California and Oregon, a game you can see right now on ESPN. Early highlights from Michael James and company. For now, let's go back to Justin and Tom. More high school football.
Thanks so much, Adnan. Here we have Allen back on the field with Alec Morris, the quarterback. Starting at their own 26, trailing 17-7. The handoff to Jonathan Williams. And Williams gets hit right away by Kylon Higgins. A pickup of 1 for Williams, a back who is verbal to Missouri. Ran for over 230 yards last week. You can expect some changes, some adjustments to be made by this Allen offense at the half. Morris to pass on 2nd down. Has a man over the middle. Wide open. That's Oliver Pierce. And Pierce gets the first down up to the 42. A pickup of 14.
Once again, Pierce doing a great job. He just works up into the open zone again, sitting and settling in space versus Plano East zone defense.
Allen has all 3 timeouts remaining. Morris stepping up, throws it short, nearly picked off. Corey Bassett was right there. The intended receiver was Andrew Rodriguez.
Well, Bassett's Johnny on the spot, but Rodriguez is streaking down the sideline, and Alec Morris should have dropped this ball in over the top, launched it, clearly has the arm strength to make the throw. He thought he was going to fit in a hole shot versus a sinking corner in Corey Bassett. It's just not going to happen, especially when Bassett's on a 4x100 relay team.
2nd down and 10. Handoff to Jonathan Williams, and Williams gets stopped, a loss of 1. Doug Hawkins, number 43, wears that number because of Troy Polamalu.
This defensive front 7 is really active for Plano East. Nowhere to go for Jonathan Williams. 43, Doug Hawkins.
Put 138.
The game clock will be moved from 136 to 138.
Doug Hawkins plugs the gap there from his right end position. Now I realize that we're under 2 minutes here. And right there, Allen attempted to run the football. I'm glad that they did. They've got to be very careful that they don't become too one-dimensional as a football team, or they're just dropping back and throwing it on every snap. They've got time. They still have 2 timeouts remaining. Try it, whether it's a draw, whether it's a quick bubble screen. Got a little concern in the previous 2 series for Allen. Not a single attempt to run the football. 6 plays, 6 passes, 2 3-and-outs. They've got to be careful not to become too one-dimensional.
Facing a 3rd and 11. Jonathan Williams got off to a good start, but then the fumble on the opening drive by Alec Morris. Jonathan Williams in this game, 10 carries, 37 yards, only 1 run for over 7 yards. Fake the handoff. Morris gets out of the pocket, throws off a 1 foot, and that is going to be incomplete. Andrew Rodriguez. He caught the ball, just didn't have his feet in bounds.
Rodriguez is a savvy little football player. He tightrope that sideline, leaning back, falling out of bounds, makes the catch, just couldn't keep himself in bounds. And right now, this is a frustrated offense. They don't have a lot of answers. Plano East has got them on their heels.
Alec Morris has 1 for his last 8. This is a guy who's 3-star quarterback going to Alabama. Good punt by Tripucka. Bassett lets it bounce. It takes an Allen bounce down at the 15-yard line. 44-yard punt for Shane Tripucka. 1:18 to go here for Plano East. No timeouts remaining for the Plano East Panthers.
Be interesting to see what head coach Johnny Ringo does here. If he wants to push the envelope and see what he can get out of it. They've been very successful in the passing game throughout the entire first half. Or do we sit on it, run the football, get out of the half, and go in with some confidence, momentum coming out, knowing you'd be in good shape.
17-7, 1:18 to go. We've got Tom Luganbill here in the booth right now, but guess what? On Saturday, my partner in crime, Tom Luganbill, will be tweeting live. Look at that picture. Look at that smile.
Look how happy I am.
Pre-game, Vanderbilt and Alabama on 1st down. The handoff to Nathan Metters, and Metters with that second effort pushes forward very close to that 1st down marker. Cameron Hartsfield finally with a tackle. So you can follow Tom on Twitter during that game. You can also send in your answers. We've gotten some responses to who is the highest rated player from Texas since 2006 to lead the state of Texas. We've gotten some answers, but none of them have been correct.
None of them are correct
yet. None are correct yet. You can.
Was one of them Matthew Stafford?
Nope. You can send in your responses to @Tom Luganbill or @Justin Kutcher. On 1st and 10, the handoff is again to Metters. Sean McFarland with the tackle. Now, did you pick out that picture?
No, that's from the experts one week. Somebody must have taken a still shot of me. That's going to be a lot of fun, though, on Saturday. We'll be on the sideline and get up close and personal, both the Vandy sideline, the Alabama sideline, kind of give fans an idea and a perspective what's going on from the coach's perspective.
2nd down and 8. It seems like Plano East is content trying to run out the clock. Hand off again to Metters, cuts it back. Nathan Metters on the 39-yard line, and that will end this first half. Our score at the half, Plano East 17, third-ranked team in all the land. Allen has 7. A good first half here for the Plano East Panthers. Now, let's send it back to the studio and Adnan Verk for the halftime report.
All right, thanks very much, Justin. Already we got the scoring between Oregon and California. Studio, Corey Wesley making things happen for Plano East. Right now they have the lead at the half, 17-7 over third-ranked Allen. Good Texas two-step there. In the meantime, Oregon and California. That game on ESPN on ESPN. Of course, coming up next, Andrew Rodriguez going deep. Allen's lone touchdown as they have work to do, down 17-7 against Plano East. Justin Kutcher, Tom Luganville with the call coming up right after this.
Where the boys are fall, well, it's knocking heads and talking trash. It's slinging mud and dirt and grass. It's I got your number, I got your back. When your back's against the wall, you mess with one man, you got us all. The boys are fall.
A beautiful sunset here in Texas. It's 17-7. Plano East leading the number 3 ranked team in the country. Allen, Justin Kutcher alongside the Director of National Recruiting for ESPN, Tom Luganville. And Tom, I think the score right now is a surprise to many, especially because Allen's number 3 in the country. And the way this game began, it looked like Allen was just going to march down the field, score a touchdown, go up 7-0, but they fumbled at the 8-yard line, and it's really been Plano East since then.
Well, it has been. They've made some uncharacteristic mistakes. 2 turnovers in one quarter, the first quarter, and then they haven't been able to make any stops on defense with third downs. Plano East has really taken the opportunities that they have been afforded, and they've capitalized on them. And Corey Wesley, the quarterback for Plano East, has made all the right moves, both on the ground and through the air. And this has been a very well-rounded team effort in terms of execution and production for Plano East, and they've got to continue that trend here coming out of half.
The Geico first half stats, Plano East almost doubling the total yardage of Allen and doing a great job defensively as well. Look at the turnovers. I mean, that right now has been the difference in this game.
And look at the third down conversions as well. Turnover margin, third down conversion. Can you get your defense off the field? Plano East has been playing inspired football, and as Coach Johnny Ringo mentioned this week, even though they have a 2-3 record, he said, we're a pretty good football team. We've lost 2 close games in overtime. It's easy to sit here and say, well, maybe we should be 4-1. He goes, but we have the type of talent to be a 4-1 team, and they're certainly coming out and showing it here tonight.
And think about this. You're playing against a rival school in Allen. Allen has won the last 11 meetings between these two schools. So not only are you 2-3 right now, you think you could be better, but you're playing against the third-ranked team in the country. You have a chance to conceivably ruin their season on national TV.
Absolutely, and upgrade yours significantly in one showing. And Tom Westerberg, the head coach at Allen right there, having to do some regrouping, make some adjustments at halftime. Hopefully they can come out and start hitting on all cylinders.
Carlos Orochi on to kick off to start this third quarter. And the kick is taken by Bassett at the 12. A huge hole. Bassett down the sideline. Corey Bassett at the 20. The foot race. Touchdown. There is a flag on the field, though. A flag is on the field at the 26-yard line. '89 yards by Corey Bassett. But it's all coming back. Holding against Plano East.
Corey Bassett is a speedster on the track team.
Holding on the return team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. And a first down.
And this must have been pretty blatant because it was nowhere near, where that flag was thrown, was nowhere near the play, and it was called early. Bassett did such a great job of hitting the crease, no hesitation.
Going to be very interested to see how Plano East responds and also Allen responds. Maybe this is that turn of emotions that Allen needs to get back in this game.
You could take a look, tough to tell.
First down, Wesley, the handoff to Dante Taylor. And Taylor, with a hesitation, picks up 2 yards. Number 6, Thaddeus Legrone, the verbal commitment to Baylor. We're going to take a look at what these teams need to do to recover to repeat, brought to you by Gatorade.
Well, if you're Allen, stay balanced. When you get back on offense, don't just throw it all over the lot. You got a lot of time. You're not down by 3 touchdowns. And for Plano East, don't take your foot off the pedal. Do what you've been doing. Play to win the game. Don't play not to lose. And make sure that you continue the big plays on 3rd down.
2nd and 8, setting up the screen pass. And the screen is complete to Trey Jones. Good defense, though. Stone Drulman, number 45, was there to stop him after a pickup of 3.
It's a great job by Drulman peeling back, because if he doesn't, that play might have been off to the races with Trey Jones, number 13, taking it to the house.
3rd down and 5 coming up here for Plano East. The opening drive of the 2nd half. Trey Jones in motion. The blitz is coming. The pass is picked off. Camden Cooper. A flag is down. Camden Cooper with a stiff arm gets taken down inside the 10, marked down the 6-yard line. A 16-yard return by number 16, Camden Cooper. Let's find out what this flag is. Holding against Plano East. That penalty is declined.
And what a dramatic turn of events. What would have been another touchdown on a kickoff return called back.
Holding on the offense is declined. 1st down.
3 plays later is now a turnover through the air. Corey Wesley's first mistake under pressure. Stone Drulman, 45, applying the pressure, and Camden Cooper, Johnny on the spot, puts Allen in scoring position.
1st and goal now from the 6 for Alec Morris and Allen. On 1st down, the handoff to Jonathan Williams, the verbal commit to Missouri. And Williams picks up 3, number 6, Toby Obumseli with his 5th tackle. And there is a player down on the ground right now for Plano East. The player is number 33, Nimoy Tennyson. Tennyson able to get up. He comes out.
After the play, personal foul on the defense and personal foul on the offense. Those penalties offset. The 2nd down.
2nd and goal now from the 3 after the offsetting penalties. Alec Morris in the shotgun. Morris will keep it. Morris barrels through into the end zone for the touchdown. Alec Morris, 6'3", 240. He looked like Tim Tebow right there.
He's a big and strong guy, and at the point of attack, he just overwhelmed Plano East on the quarterback keeper out of the direct snap.
Carlos Zeric on for the extra point. And Orochi makes it a 3-point ball game. The first turnover of the game for Plano East leads to 7 points for Allen. The pickoff by Camden Cooper set up 1st and goal from the 6. There'll be a 3-yard touchdown run by Alec Morris. The Geico ESPN High School Football Showcase is presented by Nike Football, who reminds you to take every advantage. and in part by the United States Marine Corps. The few, the proud, the Marines. The band is on the field. The band is on the field. 700 members of the Allen Band out there during halftime. 24 school buses needed to transport all those members from here, from Allen to here. 700 plus band members, 85 football players, 11 coaches, 24 buses, and a Partridge in the Pear Tree.
Absolutely.
That is unbelievable. That's the traveling party for any game. That just means if you're the home team and you've got Allen coming in, you're guaranteed a good crowd. Carlos Orochi on to kick off. Corey Bassett and Dante Taylor, the return men. Bassett has to retreat now. He's going to take a knee in his own end zone. They will start from the 20. Let's get an update on that Oregon game. Let's go back to the studio and check in with Adnan Burke.
Well, Justin, Anthony Thomas singing Raindrop Keep Falling on My Head. He'll dipsy-do here in the first quarter of play. 17 yards in for the score as the Ducks up 14-6. At the end of the first, you can see this game on ESPN. Back to Justin and Tom.
All right, thanks so much, Adnan. 17-14 here with 10 minutes to go. And Tom, we've had 3 turnovers in this game. All 3 turnovers have led to touchdowns.
Well, they have. You heard Adnan Burke mention DeAnthony Thomas. We had him on our air last year, 2 freshmen for Oregon.
On first down, the handoff to Nathan Metters. Metters up the middle. Gets beyond the 25, up to the 26 for a pickup of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Plano East has really run the football effectively, whether it's been Metters, number 9, Dante Taylor, 28. Done a good job with some play action and some misdirection in the backfield. Up front have been very productive in the blocking assignments.
Second and 4. Again, the handoff is to Metters. Metters, all 5'6" of them, trying to run behind those tackles, and a 3-yard run will set up 3rd down and 1. It's a big 3rd down opportunity right now for this Plano East team. Try to get some momentum back on their side, that answer drive, so to speak.
Absolutely, and it really is big in terms of field position for Allen. If they can get a stop here, it would be huge.
Handoff again to Metters. And Metters, with that forward progress, will have enough for the first down. Jack Hawkins, number 49, comes in to make the stop.
Oof, that was close. For a second there, that thing looked like it was going to really open up to the backside. And credit Jack Hawkins, number 49, that Allen defense flying around the football. Right there, that hole closes quickly. A good open field tackle, but just enough for the first down for Plano East.
3 straight runs since that interception thrown by Corey Wesley that led to the 7 points for Allen. Little play action. Wesley gets taken down, sacked again. This time by number 94, Brandon Franklin, a loss of 4 on the play.
Allen's been able to get consistent pressure most of the night, but Corey Wesley's been able to evade it. Not this time as the pocket collapses around him. Brandon Franklin, number 94, collapse in the pocket. See Brandon Franklin there, one of those 700 band members.
Busy during the half. 2nd and 14. Empty backfield. Wesley setting up the screen. A flag comes flying in. The pass is complete to Trey Jones. Jones gets up to the 33-yard line. A pickup of 6. LB Bates with a tackle. Let's see what this flag is. Holding against Plano East.
It's the second holding call of the 3rd quarter here for Plano East on offense. At inopportune times.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Second down.
The way this third quarter has begun, you almost get the feeling that Plano East never wants to have halftime. Second and long coming up here for Plano East. Wesley, little shovel pass, gets it off. Dante Taylor cuts it back towards the middle. Taylor gets to the outside. At the 40, a foot race. Dante Taylor down the sideline. Into the end zone, touchdown. Three-yard play. The shovel pass from Wesley to Dante Taylor, and Taylor did the rest on second and very long.
Fantastic execution on behalf of Corey Wesley. Draw the rush into him to await the extra point here and deliver that football at the last moment.
Casey Collins with the extra point.
Number 35, Chaz Gabiana, puts the pressure on. But Corey Wesley, look at him just waiting and flick it underneath. It's actually deflected early on. Good news for Plano East, 24-14.
10-point lead once again for Plano East after the 83-yard shuffle pass from Corey Wesley to Dante Taylor.
Justin, look at number 99 right here from his end spot as he comes upfield to pursue this. He's got his eyes upfield. He dips back inside right here, and watch his head right here, and the ball's going to skip off of him right into the hands of Dante Taylor, 28, and then Taylor just does the rest with some nifty footwork, secure the football in traffic, and then it's about a foot race. LB Bates, 24 in pursuit, has the angle. Dante Taylor does the rest.
Dante Taylor, the 5'10", 175-pound senior. His coach said he's a good receiver. So good he could take the deflection off the defender and still run 83 yards for him. Oliver Pierce, Jonathan Williams, and the fair catch is called for and made right around the 30-yard line by number 89, Cole Carter. So we saw the answer by Plano East. Now let's see what the Allen Eagles can do.
Well, and keep in mind that because of the turnover, they got the ball on the 6-yard line on that last series. But the last two series they had in the first half started at the 50-yard line. They couldn't capitalize off of botched onside kicks from Plano East. Now, let's see what can happen on offense for Allen.
Alec Morris on first down. The handoff to Williams has some room to run. Jonathan Williams gets the first down. A pickup of 13 yards. Number 33, Nimoy Tennyson with the stop. You think about what this Allen team did to end the first half. Their last 3 series, only 1 first down. They just got a first down here, so 1st and 10. Handoff is again to Williams. And Williams gets tackled by Toby Obumseli, number 6.
Obumseli's making a bunch of plays here tonight.
ESPNU's coverage of high school football continues in the Peach State tomorrow night as Valdosta faces Lowndes. The Geico ESPN High School Football Showcase presented by Nike on ESPNU tomorrow at 8 Eastern. Second and 5. Morris passing. Overthrows the intended target, number 19, Andrew Rodriguez. We are here in Murphy, Texas at Tom Kimbrough Stadium, the Geico ESPN High School Showcase presented by Nike. Number 3 ranked team in the country, Allen against Plano East. Justin Kutcher alongside Tom Luganville here on ESPN2. 3rd and 5. The pass is complete to number 80, Matt Cornell, and Cornell brings it up, will be taken down the 37-yard line. A first down after a 15-yard completion.
And Alec Morris does a good job throwing a strike there underneath because he was errant on a throw he should have made on the previous play. Number 80, Matt Cornell, securing the football in traffic. Allen's getting a little momentum going here on offense.
The first down. Handoff again to Williams. And Williams, a good, tough carry on first down, picks up 5, sets up 2nd and 5. Doug Hawkins, number 43, with a tackle.
I like the recipe here for Allen. As I mentioned in our recover to repeat, Allen cannot afford to become one-dimensional, go into panic mode, maintain some balance between the run and the pass, doing a nice job that here on this series.
Pass is once again completed to Matt Cornell. Cornell with a spin move, picks up another first down. Corey Bassett, number 12, on the tackle. A 9-yard completion. This looks a lot like that first drive of the game we saw from Allen.
Yeah, very methodical, a little balanced, everything kind of going their way. And now it's a matter of capitalizing in the red area.
Maybe we'll have a shootout here tonight.
Could very well have one.
Morris rolling out of the pocket, being pressured. The pass is incomplete through the hands of Oliver Pierce. The pressure applied by number 25, Dakota Smith, who had the fumble recovery back on that first drive of the game.
Well, Pierce has got to catch this football, and I think Alec Morris do a better job of sticking it on him, being a little more accurate within the framework of his catch radius.
2nd and 10 from the 23. Handoff to Williams, trying to get to the outside. Williams, flag on the play, he gets forward up to the 15-yard line. A 7-yard run, Toby Obumseli with a tackle. Let's see what this flag is. Holding against Allen.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, 2nd down.
Third downs are becoming so critical between both of these ball clubs here tonight. Plano East has handled them well. We've got a 2nd and long here.
Pass towards the side, complete to Andrew Rodriguez. Puts a move, gets a block. Rodriguez inside the 10.
They avoid the 3rd down by converting the long 2nd and 20. Just a nice hitch route to the outside. Plano East misses the open field tackle. Oliver Pierce, 26, lays a huge block on number 1, Kylon Higgins, to extend the play.
1st and goal now from the 5 after a 28-yard completion. Morris hands off to Williams. Williams busts through. Touchdown for Allen. 5-yard run by Jonathan Williams. Tom, that was a drive that any offense at any level of football would be proud of.
Absolutely. A lot of balance. So conversions on 3rd down.
Carlos Orochi's extra point is good, and we are once again now in a 3-point ball game. Jonathan Williams had over 230 yards last week. Starting to pick up the pace here in the 2nd half. He runs in from 5 yards out. That rivalry game coming up on Saturday. This one right now is turning into a really good one. 24-21. Plano East leading Allen, but Allen with 2 touchdowns here already in the 3rd quarter. Carlos Orochi will kick off here for Allen. Corey Bassett, Dante Taylor, back deep. Bassett from the 3. Bassett again has a hole down the sideline. Corey Bassett will cut it back. Bassett still has room on his feet all the way to the other side. Corey Bassett at the 20, the 10. He does it again. No flags on the field. This time it's 97 yards.
Plano East returning the volley.
Corey Bassett making a name for himself on the return game here on national TV.
You're going to take one away? All right, well, let me just do it again.
And add like 8 yards to the return.
Sure.
The extra point is good by Casey Collins. Corey Bassett on the track team. They call him Bass. His favorite athlete, Kobe Bryant, because he's clutch. Talk about being clutch.
Clutch and very decisive. No hesitation, no dancing. He sees the crease and he hits it. Then it's about wheels and vision to cut back against the grain and outlast pursuing Allen defenders. And Plano East, every time Allen seems to get back in, maybe start to swing the pendulum back their way in terms of momentum, Plano East answers.
Corey Bassett, Nathan Metters, Dante Taylor. You now see why those guys were state champions on the relay team.
Well, as we mentioned in the first quarter, Allen may outweigh these guys, may have a little more power and strength at the point of attack, but Plano East can run with them. They've got great quickness and overall team speed on both sides of the football.
Just think about what he did. He had a return of 89 yards, called back for holding on the other side of the field, not even close to him. He gets another chance, and now he goes 97 to the house without any flags in the field.
And silences that Allen sideline, who has just gotten so excited about having a positive offensive series resulting in a touchdown. Poof! Plano East takes control of the game.
Casey Collins on the kickoff. Angling the kick once again. Number 89, Cole Carter, returns it up to the 45-yard line, an 18-yard return. So again, good field position now for Allen.
Number 89, Cole Carter.
4:23 to go here in the third quarter. These teams have met a total of 14 times. Plano East won the first 3. Since then, it has been all Allen, 11 in a row. Alec Morris on 1st and 10 for the 45 in the shotgun. Quick pass to his favorite target, Andrew Rodriguez. And Rodriguez is covered right away. The fumble, and it's recovered by Rodriguez.
Corey Bassett, number 12, absolutely blows this thing up from his corner position. Does a great job defending this play right here. Beats the block, then makes a tackle, makes the strip. Fortunately, Rodriguez, 19, recovers his own fumble.
And off to Jonathan Williams, bounces it to the outside. And Williams gets run out of bounds by Dakota Smith. A 5-yard run by Jonathan Williams. This is what we were looking for. Some high school football here in Texas. Some guys starting to make some plays. Third and 3 coming up. Morris takes it to Williams. Williams gets hit, now gets tripped up by number 6, Toby Obumseli. And they're going to mark him down about a yard shy of that first down marker. It's really about 2 yards shy. It's going to be 4th and 2. Decision time here for Tom Westerberg and Allen. Doesn't look like it's much of a decision. They're going for it. Handoff to Williams. Up the middle, dives forward. And he's got enough for that first down. From that spot. first down for Jonathan Williams.
He barely gets this. From our vantage point up here, we're right on the line to gain. And this was close. Good job falling forward by Jonathan Williams.
Play action. Morris taking the chance down the sideline. Has his man Rodriguez. Touchdown.
Touchdown, number 19.
Do you remember
Andrew
Justin?
Rodriguez.
Earlier down the sideline, and he had tried to throw that dart ball into the hole instead of throwing it up over the top. Alec Morris learns his lesson and throws a strike with the ball properly thrown this time, and look at the results.
A 44-yard touchdown pass to Andrew Rodriguez. Carlos Zeric for the extra point. 31-28. We have got ourselves a ball game here. It is indeed a shootout in Texas. Let's go back for a SportsCenter in-game update with Adnan Verk.
All right, thanks, Justin. Oregon had last weekend off since 1997. The Ducks are 17-1 when coming off of a bye. Currently, they're up 14-9 in the second quarter of play. You can catch that game on ESPN and ESPN3. Back to more fireworks with Justin and Tom. Got a good one.
It is indeed a good one. There is the band, 700 deep for Allen. Plano answers, Allen answers back, 31-28 with 2:53 to go here in the third quarter.
Well, number 19, Andrew Rodriguez, has done a great job getting behind coverage all night long. He's at the top of your screen. And right there, there's no safety help coming off the hash. Number 12, Corey Bassett, thinks he's got safety help. As he's squatting and peeking inside with no help, he ends up getting taken down the sideline. Alec Morris, number 2, recognizes the coverage and throws a strike, demonstrating great arm strength, good timing, and excellent overall accuracy.
Carlos Zeric to kick off. Dante Taylor, Corey Bassett. Now Bassett is on the other side of the field. Maybe this is one of those where they're afraid they may kick it to one side, and there is Bassett again, taking it down from the 17. Bassett trying to turn the corner, can't do it, as he gets chased down by number 23, Prince Sam. We talked about these quarterbacks in the open of this broadcast, and obviously the more highly touted one was Alec Morris, the verbal commit to Alabama. But look at the numbers being put up now by both guys, but really Corey Wesley, 300 yards on 15 of 19.
Yeah, and Wesley coming into this game is probably more of a runner and dink and dunk passer, but they've made so many big plays on third down that have resulted in long gains through the air, as evidenced by the numbers there. And now Alec Morris coming out of halftime, really starting to get hot. The offense has some rhythm, throwing some strikes, already 3 touchdowns on the day.
First and 10 from the 32-yard line for Plano East. Wesley steps up, taking the chance down the field. And it's through the hands of number 83, Colin Shaw, into double coverage. Camden Cooper and Kamani Smith, number 16 and 7.
Corey Wesley took a shot right there. Came a QB sandwich. Steps up in the pocket nice. He does a good job of keeping both hands on the ball. The ball doesn't actually come out of his hand very well. As number 97, DeAndre Hill, lays the hat. Been very active from his defensive end position all night.
Second down and 10. Deontay Taylor in the backfield. Play action. Setting up the screen. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Franklin. Franklin fumbles the ball, and he's able to pull it back in. Down at the 6-yard line. A 20-yard return by Brandon Franklin. Boy, has he been busy. Got the band at halftime, and now this.
Now we're all notched up in the turnover category. 2 turnovers for Allen. 2 turnovers now for Plano East. Both Plano East turnovers have come at the hands of that man right there, Corey Wesley. Both through the air and interceptions. This is just a great play by number 94, Brandon Franklin. Showing some athleticism. Got to secure the football, big fella, but has the presence of mind to recover his own fumble. And now we'll see if Allen can capitalize and get their 13th point off of turnovers.
The story has been turnovers. Second interception and last 4 passing attempts by Corey Wesley. So Alec Morris comes out, and now a chance for Allen to take the lead.
Timeout. Allen.
Timeout taken by Allen here. First and goal from the 6. College football continues on ESPN tomorrow night as Kellen Moore and the 5th-ranked Boise State Broncos are on the road to face Fresno State. College football primetime presented by Russell Athletic on ESPN and ESPN3 tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Looking around the sport of college football, obviously the big news now is what's going to happen with TCU. Big East, Big 12. They've got the invitation to join the Big 12.
Well, and it enhances the Big 12, and from a proximity standpoint, it makes a lot more sense naturally. LSU welcoming in a true freshman in quarterback Jeff Driscoll to lead the Gators on the road. How about Jeff Driscoll? Let's just get you thrown in there versus Alabama. Go on the road to Death Valley.
Well, they're saying, you know what? You were the #1 quarterback last year. You can handle it, right?
That's right.
On first down, the handoff is to Jonathan Williams. And Williams, with that second effort, barrels forward into the end zone for a touchdown. 6-yard run by Williams. Another turnover leads to another touchdown.
Faison Karoma, the center. Mark Massey, the left guard. Brad North, the left tackle. Pushing the pile, setting the tone at the point of attack as Allen steamrolls their way on the ground behind running back Jonathan Williams. A Missouri verbal commitment. See him celebrating on the sideline there with Alabama verbal commitment quarterback Alec Morris.
First lead of the game for Allen, 35-31. What a third quarter we have seen here tonight. And we should go back really quickly because we've gotten so many responses to our Twitter question of, since 2006, who is the highest ranked player to lead the state of Texas? The answer is by Sean Zaputo 28, it's Russell Shepard.
Russell Shepard, exactly.
Williams, his totals adding up here tonight. Again, this is a guy who had over 230 yards in his game last week. In this third quarter, 6 touchdowns combined between these two teams.
But a tale of two halves when it comes to mistakes. First half, all the mistakes on the Allen sideline. Second half, the mistakes now rest on the Plano East sideline.
35-31. At the half, it was 17-7. This third quarter is taking about as long as the first half did.
I know it.
Carlos Orochi on to kick off. And this time Orochi gets into one all the way back in the end zone for a touchback. Well, let's see what Plano East can do now. Facing some adversity, trailing for the first time. And Corey Wesley has been shaky again. 2 interceptions in his last 4 passing attempts.
Yeah, let's see how he's able to handle shaking off some miscues. One thing about the quarterback position and the defensive secondary position at corner, you better have a short memory. Worry about the next play and move on, because if you start to dwell on lingering mistakes, you're in trouble for the rest of the half.
Hand off to Dante Taylor. Taylor has a hole. Dante Taylor explodes for a first down up to the 33-yard line, a pickup of 13. Nick Cobb, number 31, with a tackle.
Very well executed at the point of attack. Here's some misdirection. good patience, reading the blocks. Dante Taylor, 28, secures the ball in traffic. Been very impressed with the Plano East backs here tonight. Both Nathan Metters, number 9, and Dante Taylor, 28.
The handoff to Metters. Metters nowhere to go. Let's check in once again for an update on the Oregon game with Adnan Verk.
Thank you, Justin. Oregon escaped with a win over California on the road last season. This time, they're up 14-9 in the second before Zach Maynard to Keenan Allen. 12-yard touchdown, 15-14. Cal, let's get back before he missed any scoring.
Yeah, no kidding, right? How about that, though? Cal again giving Oregon a great game now, leading. It's 2nd down and 9 here for Plano East. Wesley passing over the middle, completes it to Caleb Jones. An 18-yard completion, another 1st down. Naomi Olutu on the tackle.
Well, it looks like Corey Wesley, the quarterback, number 3 there, is shaken off his earlier miscues. Very well thrown ball there to Caleb Jones, number 11.
Into Allen territory at the 48-yard line. Wesley stepping up, getting to the outside. Wesley has the hole, lowers his shoulder, takes a hit, delivers a hit. An 18-yard run by the quarterback as Alex Miller and L.B. Bates combine for the tackle.
I think you got it right the second time. Delivered the hit. Corey Wesley, once again, not making poor decisions with the ball. Number 9, Nathan Metters, out in front of him right here, does a nice job setting that block right there. And then Corey Wesley, be the hammer, not the nail, son. Nice job.
Whew. Under 30 seconds to go here in this explosive 3rd quarter. Colin Shaw in motion. Handoff is to Metters. Metters bounces off a tackler. Spins forward up to the 27-yard line, picks up 3. And that will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. What a 3rd quarter it has been. It began after the interception. We had one run back on a kickoff return called back. Then it was another return for 97 yards. Back and forth we go, 35-31. As we go to the 4th quarter, it's time for tonight's storyline brought to you by Nike. And while we have seen some good defensive plays, the story of this game right now is offense. 28-14 in the 3rd quarter alone.
It's been fantastic to have this back and forth with two teams that find ways to respond. Nobody goes in the tank. Neither team. The turnovers have plagued each team, however, in 2 different halves.
2nd and 7 here for Plano East. Play action. Wesley in some trouble. Spins away from it. And Wesley is chased out of bounds by number 45, Stone Droolman.
That's just a terrific job on behalf of Corey Wesley of getting out of trouble. Don't force the ball downfield. That could have been a 6-7 yard loss. Set them up with a long 3rd down. And now he gets them in position to make it manageable. And again, Plano East has done a great job on the night on 3rd down.
3rd down and 7. Ball is at the 27-yard line of Allen. Empty backfield. The lateral pass back to Wesley, and Wesley falls to the ground back at the 35-yard line. The pass was to Trey Jones. Jones tried to get it back to Wesley.
And Trey Jones just forces this throw and is not able to make an accurate throw back to Corey Wesley. If he does, they've got this screen set up back here in front of Wesley very nicely. Not very well executed there on 3rd down.
A loss of 8 makes it now 4th and 15. With the ball at the 35, they have to get to the 20-yard line of Allen. Play action. Wesley stepping up, throwing, has his man Trey Jones. And Jones, touchdown.
Number 13.
35-yard completion for the touchdown on 4th and 15.
Well, Trey Jones says, I can't throw the double pass, but I can catch the pass.
His dad played with the Kansas City Chiefs. His nickname is Mr. Get Her Done. He just got it done right there. Casey Collins for the extra point. 4th and 15, Tom Luganville. Why not go for it all, right?
Why not? What a great job by Corey Wesley. He throws the deep corner route as well as it can be thrown here. Trey Jones, 13, capitalizes. 4th and 15. Touchdown, Plano East.
38-35. Back and forth we go. This is by far and away the best game that we have had this season covering high school football. Plano East leading number 3 Allen with 11:45 to go, and it's big play after big play coming up in tough situations. 4th and 15, a 35-yard completion, a dive for the touchdown. Unbelievable.
Both of these teams, Justin, as we've mentioned, have answered the toll. Each and every time, momentum is swung to the opposite sideline, and you've got to answer. They've done it. Alec Morris has gotten hot on offense for Allen. They've gotten into some rhythm. Some miscues have happened for Plano East, yet they seem to overcome them. Got ourselves a great football in our hands here. Great football game.
11:45 to go in the 4th quarter. Casey Collins to kick off. Jonathan Williams, Oliver Pierce back deep. And Collins drills that into the end zone. Allen will start at the 20. Here comes Alec Morris, the verbal commit to Alabama. In the offseason, got a chance to speak with a former Alabama quarterback, Greg McElroy. His coach, Tom Westerberg, set that up about, what's it like to go from Texas and play in Tuscaloosa for Nick Saban, and obviously the talk worked because he's going there. First down, the handoff to Jonathan Williams. And Williams gets up to the 24, a pickup of 4, sets up 2nd and 6. Zach Phillips with a tackle.
Well, if you're Alabama, head coach Nick Saban, Gunnar Keel was no longer available, and Jameis Winston not available, verbally commits to Florida State. You need a quarterback in this class. You're Alabama, you can go nationwide and make it happen.
2nd down. A quick pass complete to Oliver Pierce. Kylon Higgins with a tackle.
I mentioned Gunnar Keel and Jameis Winston. Two of the top 5 quarterbacks in the class. We saw Connor Brewer last week have a great outing, verbally committed to Texas. Chad Klein's got to be excited about what Clemson's doing right now on the field as well.
And the quarterback keeper is enough for the first down. Alec Morris, originally verbal to Wake Forest. He was a guy who kind of flew under the radar for a long time. Nobody came in to offer him. Finally, Wake Forest did. He verbaled, then Alabama came, and it was always a dream to go to a school like that. Play action. Morris has his receiver, Pierce, cutting across the field, and Pierce will pick up the first down and step out of bounds. A gain of 11.
Well, we've talked about that high 3-star range prospect that's so vital and important to the college roster, and the ceiling, the high ceiling for development that those players have. I think that's where Alec Morris fits in terms of his development down the road at the collegiate level.
On first down, the handoff to Williams. Up the middle, gets forward to the 46-yard line, a pickup of 3. Second down and 7 as we look at Alec Morris and we kind of just dissect his strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, very accurate. We've seen that tonight. At other times, he sprayed the ball around a little bit on throws he should make. Has really settled down here in the second half. Can certainly make all the throws. We have more than seen that on a couple of occasions. Weakness is not necessarily a weakness, but in this game of college football, everybody's looking for that dual threat guy that can create with his legs. Alec Morris is going to be one of those guys that's going to play from within the pocket. He's going to win with his arm, move the chains with his arms and with his mind.
Quick screen pass out to Pierce. Pierce cuts it back. Good move, but a flag is down the field. 5-yard pickup by Oliver Pierce. The referee, Rick Ford, will have the call. Going against Allen.
Several times tonight we've seen holding calls on the perimeter players blocking for the bubble screen and the wide receiver quick screen for both teams tonight.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spotted foul. Replay second down.
The ball is placed back at the 37-yard line. Second and 16. Morris has to run. Gets spun around, and there's a loose ball. No sign yet who has it. The Plano East players say they've got it. And it's going to be recovered by Allen.
See Alec Morris just doing what he can right here. Nowhere to go with the football. Very, very fortunate at the bottom of the pile, and it looks initially. Fortunately, Jonathan Williams, his running back, recovers the ball.
Alec Morris on 3rd and 14. Passes, completes the pass to Andrew Rodriguez, who gets the first down. Another 3rd down conversion by these teams.
Number 41, Brandon Lee, applies the pressure on Alec Morris, and Morris showing some savvy pocket movement to evade and just buy a second passing chance. Keeping his eyes downfield, throws an accurate strike. As you mentioned, Justin, his favorite target, Andrew Rodriguez.
Hand off to Jonathan Williams. Williams. Look at the effort by Jonathan Williams trying to fend off the tackle by Toby Oselli. 4 yards he gets when it looks like he could have been dragged down for maybe a loss of 1.
That's a good matchup for Oselli, number 6, trying to run down big Jonathan Williams, who's a big, physical, tall back. Tries to utilize the stiff arm. Great agility and balance. Extends that play another 4 yards.
2nd and 6. Williams, the verbal commit to Missouri. Hand off again to Williams. Williams up the middle, picks up 2 yards. 3rd and 4 coming up. Approaching 8 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. 38-35, Plano East leading Allen.
I know there's a little over 8 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter, but both teams, even now, need to be very conscious of how they utilize their timeouts. If you go back to the first half, Plano East was out of timeouts early in the 2nd quarter. Can't afford to be in that situation here late in the game.
3rd and 4, Morris. The quick, strong pass completed to Matt Cornell. Another first down, 9 yards on 3rd and 4.
Boy, Alec Morris threads the needle on this underneath slant right. Really throws a dart between defenders. And credit Matt Cornell, number 80. Securing the football in a crowd on number 12, Corey Bassett.
And Corey Bassett is the player on the field right now. He is down. Corey Bassett has been such a key in this game, in the return game. He's returned 2 to the house. 1 was called back for a hold. The other one went 97 yards. Corey Bassett being tended to. 7:44 to go here in the fourth quarter. 38-35. 1st and 10 coming up here for Allen. The fans are into this one, and why not? 38-35 with 7:44 to go. Corey Bassett, number 12, the player who was down injured, got off the field. That's good news. The band there for Allen, 700 deep. They play throughout the entire game. 1st and 10 for 29 of Plano East. Alec Morris back to pass. And now Morris tried to run for it, and Morris is still going to get some positive yards as his offensive line is pushing him forward. And now they're going to say it was stripped and recovered. Toby Olumseli still looking for the word from the official. And they're going to say 2nd down.
Well, the officials are stating that his forward progress had been stopped. Plano East clearly having stripped the football from him. Number 6, Toby Olumseli.
So 2nd and 4. 2nd and 6, excuse me, for pickup of 4. And the pass towards the sideline. It's once again Andrew Rodriguez. And Rodriguez has the 1st down, a pickup of 12.
Just a short underneath throw here to Rodriguez. Let him do the rest. Good perimeter blocking by 89, Cole Carter. We've seen a lot of that tonight. Good team effort in the passing game on behalf of these receivers for both ball clubs.
172 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns on 6 catches by Rodriguez. Now the pass to Cornell near side. And Cornell, you can see him being stood up and all those black jerseys coming in trying to strip the ball from him. A 5-yard pickup.
A lot of black jerseys around the football right now trying to pull that thing loose. Number 1, Kylon Higgins, first on the spot.
2nd and 5, handoff is to Williams. Williams, again with that effort and that just falling forward. He spins around and tilts his body one way, gets the 1st down.
Well, the one thing that can be dangerous about Jonathan Williams is his upright running style because he's susceptible to taking a lot of direct shots. What's impressive about him is he's always, as you mentioned, Justin, falling forward.
1st and goal, ball on the 2. Handoff to Williams again. And Williams will be stopped at the 1. Jonathan Williams, 6 feet, 205 pounds. The verbal commitment to Missouri. His brothers are running back at Eastern Kentucky. Coach Tom Westerberg has had a Williams in the backfield for 6 straight years.
The mighty Colonels of Eastern Kentucky, mind you.
2nd and goal from the 1. Williams, again, this time he could almost walk into the end zone. 3rd touchdown of the game for Jonathan Williams. Carlos Orochi on for the extra point. A good hold, and the kick is good, 42-38. It's Allen back on top. Jonathan Williams has been busy. He gets into the end zone for the 3rd time tonight. The Geico ESPN High School Football Showcase is presented by Nike Football, who reminds you to take every advantage. By Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by the United States Marine Corps, the few, the proud, the Marines. We are in Texas, so why not have some barbecue? 42-38, Allen back on top of Plano East with 5:13 to go. Jonathan Williams, the running back, a tale of two halves. In this second half, so much more productive. 62 yards on 13 carries and 3 trips to the end zone.
Has secured the football a lot better, having the fumble, 1 of 2 turnovers in the first half. And they've really utilized him again, coming out of halftime, maintaining balance, no panic mode. Just stick to their offensive game plan, keep plugging away, and that's what they've done.
Carlos Orochi on to kick off. Nathan Metters and Dante Taylor back deep. A very short high kick, fair catch is made by number 11, Caleb Jones. ESPNU's coverage of high school football continues in the Peach State tomorrow night as Valdosta faces Lowndes. The Geico ESPN High School Football Showcase presented by Nike on ESPNU tomorrow at 8 Eastern Time. Well, we have got a great game here at Tom Kimbrough Stadium.
Formation. Not enough men on the side of the kicker, on the kicking team. We'll add 5 to the end of the run.
So after that penalty, 5 yards gets added. So good starting field position right now for Plano East with 5:13 to go.
Correction. There will be a re-kick after a 5-yard penalty.
Well, correction. We're going to do it again.
Plano East obviously hoping to give themselves an opportunity to return a kick here. And if you notice, no Corey Bassett on the field as a returner for Plano East. If you go back to the last series defensively, he was hobbled and came off the sideline and has not come back onto the field.
And look at this, the deep men right now for Plano East are standing at the 15-yard line. Kicking off from the 35 is Carlos Orochi. They would have started at the 32-yard line had they taken the 5-yard penalty after the fair catch. So they have to get by the 32 to make this worthwhile. A high angled kick again. And that's a live ball. Did he have a foot down?
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow.
Ramani Smith was there, nearly brought it down.
And number 11 right there, Caleb Jones for Plano East, who fair caught the previous kickoff where there was a penalty, made no attempt to catch this football.
It looks like he has possession with a foot inbounds.
Not right there at the end, though. I think, Justin, I believe that the ball gets bobbled a little bit right here. Right there, not so sure he had it secured.
And there was a flag on the play because the ball did go out of bounds without him maintaining possession.
There are some coaches on the Plano East sideline wiping their brow right about now.
The ball is now placed at the 40-yard line. After last time making them re-kick, not one a chance at this time. They take it the 40 and say, let's go from here. Wesley on first down. The handoff is to Taylor. And Taylor gets dragged down behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 3 on the play. Nick Cobb, number 31, the inside linebacker, makes the tackle. That's his 4th tackle of the night.
We see Plano East here. Time's winding down, 3 timeouts left. Got to start having a bit of a sense of urgency as they line up and run the offense.
Handoff, Metters up the middle. And Metters picks up 2 yards. DeAndre Hill, number 97, with his 3rd tackle, the first that's not a sack.
Number 42, Chris Hudson from his linebacker position, played that so well at the point of attack, taking on the lead blocker.
Now 3rd and 11 coming up. They've converted on 3rd and long many times. However, if they don't get the first down here, they still have 3 timeouts remaining. They could choose to punt and play defense.
Absolutely.
Third and 11, play action. Wesley forced out of the pocket. The pass is to Dante Taylor. It's a completed pass, a pickup of 4. And now a timeout will be called here by Johnny Ringo in Plano East. So a timeout being called, 4th and 7 coming up. You got to think the timeout's called to think about their strategy of going for it.
Well, there's no doubt that he's got to make a decision here, and a lot of that decision is going to have to do with how much confidence he has in his defense to stop what has been a very hot Allen offense here in the 4th quarter.
Well, now let's take a look at the teamwork play of the game, brought to you by the United States Marines. And this is the kick return by the return specialist, Corey Bassett. After having one called back for a holding all the way across the field, 97 yards.
A great job by the entire kickoff return unit for Plano East. Bassett's speed, decisiveness does the rest. See everybody falling into place as their up backs and their wedge set. Allen has struggled tonight with the kicking game. A lot of plays have been made for Plano East, and now one needs to be made on offense. You see the close losses in overtime.
This is familiar territory for Plano East, just 2-3 on the season with 2 losses in overtime, including their last game against Plano West. 4th and 7. They have to get to the 50. Wesley forced out of the pocket. There's the flag. And Wesley takes a shot. His helmet comes off. He had the distance for the first down, but it didn't matter. There was a tackle in the backfield, I believe, by Dante Taylor, trying to block for his quarterback.
And that's a spot foul, and the spot of that foul was 4 yards deep behind the line of scrimmage, which is going to make this a monster penalty.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still 4th down.
Now that forces Plano East to have to punt the football. You're going to see 28 right here, and he gets overwhelmed at the point of attack as he steps back here to block as Corey Wesley rolls out, and he just gets his arms on the outside and ends up grabbing the Allen defender.
Timeout.
Jeff Harris, number 25, from his safety position off the edge.
A timeout taken here now by Allen. They have 1 timeout remaining. Plano East has 2. We'll take a timeout right now and throw it back to Adnan Verk in the studio.
Thank you, Justin. Sports Center right now. Western Kentucky looking for its first win of the season, taking on Middle Tennessee on 4th down. Logan Kilgore to Anthony Amos, 23-all with under 3 minutes to go. Back to what Lance Armstrong calls the best football game of the year. And California and Oregon right now, Cal is up 15-14. But Michael James has a touchdown, 166 yards on the ground. Justin?
So, Adnan, do you think that Lance Armstrong is calling this the best football game of the year and he has a rooting interest? Again, look at what's at stake here in this game. Allen has won the last 11 straight meetings between these two teams. Allen trailed for most of this game. They've only had 2 leads. One of those leads right now at 42-38. But Tom, let's go back to that holding call. And that was big for a couple of reasons. 1, it negated a first down pickup by the quarterback, Corey Wesley. 2, it took time off the clock. And 3, they burned a timeout to set up their play for 4th and 7.
Yeah, it's a triple whammy right there for Plano East. And now they've got to get a great kick out of this thing to try and flip field position and force Allen to earn it.
Jackson Gary on to punt. Oliver Pierce back deep. It is a good punt. And Pierce wisely lets it bounce, and this will be down inside the 10. A flag comes flying in, though. This will be down inside the 5, down at the 3-yard line. A 64-yard punt. You want a good one? That's a good one, but let's see what this flag is. The officials all deciding what exactly happened on that play.
During the play, have sideline interference on Plano East. 15 yards from the end of the kick. First down.
Oh, my goodness. Johnny Ringo is livid, the head coach on the Plano East sideline.
Please reset the game clock to 3:15. 3:15.
How does more time come off the clock?
At the bottom of your frame down here with the official right in here. Runs into a player, and it's number 6, Toby Obumseli, who is getting ready to step onto the field and creates a 15-yard penalty.
You think about what has happened with Plano East in the second half. Their last first down taken away, 2 turnovers, a kickoff return for a touchdown taken away, and now this penalty. The handoff is to Jonathan Williams. And Williams, his job is to take some time off the clock, get some positive yards. Picks up 3 here on first down. 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. The Geico ESPN High School Showcase presented by Nike. It is the number 3 ranked team in the country. Allen taking on Plano East here at Tom Kimbrough Stadium. Allen in white, Plano East in black. Justin Kutcher alongside Tom Luganville here on ESPN2. Second down and 7. Don't forget, coming up next is Sports Center. A lot of action to get you caught up on around the country. Low snap. Handoff is again to Williams, and now a timeout is called here by the head coach Johnny Ringo of Plano East.
Timeout. Plano East.
Surprised at all they didn't call a timeout after the first carry?
No, I'm not. I think he felt good about the yards gained on that first down. The problem is the second one still doesn't get a first down, which would have stopped the clock, and it's an inside run, keeps the clock rolling. You know, he's got one left here. They have got to somehow get a forced turnover or get this ball out of bounds, get the ball to the sideline, stretch it, which is going to be tough because you got to know Allen's going to run the football up the middle between the hashes.
Well, Jonathan Williams has been busy here in the second half, a guy who's come up big for this Allen team, and the main target for Alec Morris has been number 19, Andrew Rodriguez.
Andrew Rodriguez has been a big play guy all year long. Came into the season as a returning starter and the leading receiver for this Allen Ball Club. Made catches in the short and deep passing game and has found a way to get downfield multiple times, create separation for big plays in the passing game.
3rd and 1. Handoff, Williams again falling forward, gets the first down.
Number 5, Williams on the carry.
Brandon Lee threw him to the ground, but not before Williams able to spin and get some more yards.
And you cannot arm tackle this guy high. There's no way you're going to bring him down and halt his momentum. Number 41, Brandon Lee, tries to do just that. Too much strength. And as we've talked about all night long, that forward lean to always fall forward at the end of runs. may have just clinched this game for Allen.
Just one timeout remaining for Plano East. 2 minutes to go. Be shocked if you see Allen put this ball in the air. A fumble on the handoff and the snap, and it's recovered by Jonathan Williams. Wow.
Oh, wow.
The final timeout taken by Plano East.
Of the half.
And that was a very lucky bounce for Allen because that ball came off the face mask. Fortunately,
Please reset the game clock.
Knocks right down into the face mask of Jonathan Williams and right on the ground. Holy smokes. Wow.
Well, now the bounce goes Allen's way. Earlier, it was that shuffle pass off a defender of Allen that went 83 yards to the house by Dante Taylor. Fans, do you know someone who could be eligible for the Wendy's High School Heisman Award? Go to ESPN.com, keyword Wendy's, for more information. Our Wendy's High School Heisman Award winner tonight goes to Andrew Rodriguez with those 6 catches, 172 yards, 2 touchdowns. His coach said he's one of the best wide receivers to come through here in a long, long time. Just 5'9", 170 pounds. But, Tom, he plays a lot bigger than that.
He does play a lot bigger than that, and he's tough, he's feisty, runs great routes, and the thing about it, he's sneaky fast. We've seen him a couple of times tonight gain 4 or 5 yard separation on vertical routes, and really productive. He catches everything thrown his way.
Second and 13 coming up here for Allen. What a game here tonight, though. It was 17-7 at the half. Plano East led Allen. And then just a wild third quarter. There's a delay here on the field. The reason why is they have identified that there has been someone with a laser pointer. Alec Morris, the quarterback, saying, I'm getting hit with a laser pointer in my eye as I'm trying to get the offense going here. And of course, we saw the ball come off his face mask, ricochet off Jonathan Williams' face mask. And we did. We saw Alec Morris go right to the official.
Immediately following the play, he knew something was going on. It looks like the officials have addressed it. We're ready to play ball.
1:57 on the game clock. Handoff to Williams. And again, Williams spinning, falling forward, gets past the 30, a pickup of 4. So 3rd and 9 now coming up.
Just across the 30, and it'll be 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
And wisely, Allen taking all the time off the play clock, letting it wind down. Another handoff to Williams. Williams, he should just take a seat. You don't want to get outside. He does that. Loses some yards, but at this point, the loss of yards doesn't matter. If he gets out of bounds, the clock stops. That's exactly what Plano East wanted.
That's a smart, heady veteran player, knows the situation, recognizes that he can't hurt his team by going down, staying in bounds. Clock continues to run. Now you get rid of the football.
Now the play clock can go down. It's at 14 right now. The game clock would be at about 26 seconds. They let it go all the way down before calling his final timeout. And there is a timeout taken. 27 seconds on the game clock. Very good clock management here by Allen. It's a reason why. I mean, look, they haven't been in many close games.
No.
But you can tell they've been practicing different situations, and they've handled this situation quite well.
Well, this is a very successful program under Tom Westerberg, and a program that has an expectation level where when you get in these types of situations, the moment's not too big for your football team. And they have handled this extremely well, and there hasn't been much that Plano East and Johnny Ringo on that sideline can do. They utilize their timeouts properly. Just run out of time here. You see the success with the Allen program. 5 straight district titles. Had some great players come through here. Quarterback prior to Alec Morris, Matt Brown. Dan Buckner was a big physical wide receiver that came out of this program a couple of years back.
Allen here in the second half. They got things going early. Alec Morris taking it in. Jonathan Williams. Williams would take it 3 times in the half. The punt is a shank that goes out of bounds. And let's see where they mark this ball down. There's 21 seconds on the clock. And they're going to mark this down, it looks like, at the 40-yard line. So a 13-yard punt gives an opportunity here to Plano East.
As good as that series was offensively, another example of how the kicking game can affect a football team and the momentum of a game. Now Tom Westerberg, the head coach on the Allen sideline, has got to be beside himself to some degree.
And that comment about the kicking game would make Coach Mike Bellotti very happy. All right, so 21 seconds, no timeouts remaining. They need a touchdown. Wesley in the shotgun. Wesley, the pass is complete to Colin Shaw. Do they have enough for the first down? They do not. A 9-yard completion of play. The clock keeps on going. It's at 7. Wesley gets sacked, and that will do it. DeAndre Hill with his 3rd sack of the game closes out this one. 42-38. Allen remains undefeated, and Plano East suffers their 3rd very close loss of the season. The win streak hits 12 for Allen over Plano East.
This is one of those games where the turnovers matched each other out, canceled, and then it came down to big plays, and we got some extracurricular activities with these two teams right now on the field. You never want to see that. Alec Morris in that situation needs to put his helmet on and back away.
You don't want to mar this great game that we saw here tonight. It was 17-7 at the half. Plano East on top. Allen responded in a big way here in the second half to win this game 42-38. Coming up next, it's SportsCenter. And don't forget, tomorrow night on ESPNU, it's Valdosta against Lowndes in Georgia at 8 p.m. And next week, we'll be just outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as Hopewell takes on Central Valley. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Tom Luganville and our entire crew, I am Justin Kutcher saying good night from Texas. Hope you enjoyed it. This was fun.